Large crowds have been showing up at Harrah's House of Heroes on McKinney Avenue. Dallas code enforcement and police shut it down last night. James DeFrange owns a hair salon across the street.
I mean, everybody was crowded in there. And there was a line going all the way out the front of people kind of coming in and going.
Neighbors have been complaining since the restaurant opened at the beginning of the year about the crowds, the noise, and fights they've witnessed outside the restaurant. John Walsh manages several properties next door.
I don't think that they're encouraging it, but I don't know that they are discouraging it, and that's a concern.
There have been dozens of calls to Dallas 911 and complaints to City Hall. The owner, Davante Harris, who played for the New Orleans Saints, says he is being unfairly targeted because he's black and attracts a younger black clientele to his business in Dallas's uptown.
100% arrest because I'm African American, most definitely. I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm not doing anything that other bar owners aren't doing.
The business is licensed as a restaurant, not a bar, and should only have been operating at 25% capacity last night. Their certificate of occupancy with the city of Dallas only allows 66 customers, so during the current restrictions, only 16 people or so should have been inside. It's hard to tell how many were inside by this video, but there were a lot of people outside on the patio.
We're not doing anything wrong, man. This is a great spot for all people. We welcome everybody.
But Walsh says the restaurant is a nuisance and customers park illegally. He spent $10,000 putting up barriers to keep people off his property.
We'll be spending money on security that we didn't have to spend with previous tenants in that building.
Authorities, including the TABC, says they will be monitoring the restaurant to see if they are following the rules. In Dallas, I'm Rebecca Lopez.